Good evening. Here is the world news from BGI TV Baba Bagede Ibo TV. I am Morire Rebila Lawal. First are the major headlines for the world news. No more coup in Nigeria, Defense Chief Irabo. Remembrance Day, bandit made education backward in Zamfara, says Matawali. DSS quietly declared Emefiele wanted, Femi Falana. Out-of-school children menace Ogun ranks high despite 1.7 million school enrollment in 2022. And to the next headline, EPA threatens to impose another sit-at-home order in Southeast to protest Kanu's release. Pandemonium as cultists invade Lagos community, vandalize vehicles. Gunmen attack Inec office, kill police officer. And to another story, Alcor Vandy killed Rahim during stop and search. And foreign story, WHO recommends use of face masks as COVID-19 spreads. Finally, on sports, Arsenal confirmed deal for Okonkwo. Now the news in detail. Chief of Defense Staff General Loki Irabo on Sunday assured Nigerians that there would be no more coup in Nigeria. Irabo also said the armed forces would work with the police to provide security during the general elections. The defense chief gave the assurance to reporters at the National Arcade, Abuja, at the end of the 2023 Armed Forces Remembrance Day. Democracy has come to stay. A government of people, by the people, and for the people has come to stay, he added. Irabo disclosed he is being discussing with the Inspector General of Police to work out modalities on election security. We have also made contingencies should be required to give support to the police as election is conducted, the CDS added. In his remark, IGP Usman Baba commiserated with families of deceased officers and men of the military, the police, and other paramilitary agencies. Baba advised Nigerians to ensure their sacrifices are not in vain, as we embark on drives that will continually promote peace and unity, peaceful coexistence in Nigeria. To the next story coming from the north, Zamfara. Governor Bello Matawali says that decade-old security challenges have made education backward and crippled socio-economic activities in Zamfara. The governor disclosed this at the Armed Forces Remembrance Day ceremony in Gusau on Sunday, adding that farming and other agribusinesses had suffered setbacks. Education also remains backward as many primary and secondary schools were forced to shut down due to the activities of bandits, said Mr. Mitawali. He commended the effort of the security agencies in the state and urged them to be more proactive in tackling the recurring security issues in the states. Mr. Mitawali reiterated his government's commitment to giving all the necessary support to the army and all other security formations to ensure the return of normalcy to the state. While condoling the families of the fallen heroes, he stressed the need for the public to assist security operatives with useful information to root out crimes in Zamfara. The event witnessed special prayers, a 21-gun salute, and presentation of flowers as a symbol of respect for the fallen heroes. To the next story, human rights lawyer Femi Falana has alleged that the Department of State Services, DSS, quietly declared Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, wanted. Falana, who was a guest on Politics Today, a Channels TV program, Emefiele has silently been declared wanted over terrorism financing allegations. He lamented that such action can only happen in the Banana Republic. Falana, while responding to interview questions, said, "I can say without any fear that Mr. Godwin Emefiele is not in Nigeria, but he has been quietly declared wanted by the state security services. This can only happen in Banana Republic, where the CBN governor will be accused of a grave offense, which is terrorism financing," he said. The Central Bank of Nigeria governor faces allegations of terrorism financing, diversion of revenue, agricultural loans, and fraudulent practices in forex transactions, and had failed to show up at the National Assembly to explain the reason behind the narrow redesign and cash withdrawal limits. To the next story. Despite the increasing number of school enrollment in Ogun State to almost 2 million, the Gateway State still ranked high in number 1 of out-of-school children in southwest Nigeria. Platform Times report that the state of education in Ogun State, after federal government recently flagged off campaign for out-of-school children in Nigeria held in Abeokuta, the federal government, through the Honorable Minister of State for Education, Goodluck Nana, expressed dissatisfaction at the persistent increase in the number of out-of-school children in the country, noting that Ogun State has a high number of out-of-school children, therefore calling for the immediate intervention of the state government and the provision and support for basic education in the state. According to the minister, it is sad to note that Nigeria has the highest number of out-of-school children in sub-Saharan Africa. Surprisingly, Ogun State has a high number of out-of-school children. Moving on to the next stories from Southeast. Simon Ekpa, the self-confessed disciple of leader of the proscribed group Indigenous People of Biafra (IPOB) in Americano, has threatened another lockdown in the Southeast to protest the continued detention of IPOB leader. Several individuals as well as groups had appealed to President Muhammadu Buhari to consider the release of Kanu, former Abia State Governor Orji Kalu and Governor Chukwuma Soludo of Anambra State had particularly requested to be Kanu's shortest if released by the Nigerian government. Ekpa, who reacted to the continued detention of Kanu via his Twitter handle on Monday, lamented the deteriorating health of the IPOB leader in the cell. The Finland-based Nigerian issued an ultimatum to the Nigerian government to release Kanu between now and 22nd of this month, threatening a new sit-at-home order. Failure to do that, the entire land of Biafra will be locked down on 23rd and 24th of January 2023 in protest. To the next story in Lagos. There was pandemonium on Sunday, There was pandemonium on Sunday, January 15, 2023 in the Ijeshatedo area of Surulere, Lagos State, when some suspected cultists raided the community and vandalized many vehicles. The hoodlums, who were yet to be identified at the time of filing this report, were said to be looking for a drug dealer yesterday. It was gathered that their inability to find a drug dealer triggered them, such that they became angry and destroyed vehicles on Ehi and Akewu streets in the area. A source who spoke on the condition of anonymity said all the cars parked on the streets and roadside of both streets were vandalized, adding that the alleged drug dealer was the son of a landlord in Ehi streets. Another resident who pleaded not to be mentioned for security reasons stated that the state's emergency numbers were called before the incident escalated. Even till now, nobody has shown up. All we are left with was damaged cars. People will have to start counting their losses and see what they can salvage. In case you're just joining, you are watching the world news from BGI TV. More to come. A police officer has been killed and another injured after some so-called unknown gunmen unleashing terror on Southeast community attacked the Independent National Electoral Commission (Inec) office in Enugu South local government area (LGA) of the state on Sunday night. Information learned that the criminals struck around 9:12 p.m. According to a statement by Inec's National Commissioner and Chairman Information and Voter Education Committee, Festus Okoye, the assailants were repelled by police and army personnel from the 82 Division. The security gatehouse was raised. Fortunately, the attackers could not gain access to the main building as a result of the rapid response from the police and army personnel from 82 Division. The State Commissioner of Police and the REC were personally at the scene immediately they received information about the attack. Of the 2 policemen deployed to protect the facility, one of them lost his life, while the other sustained injuries and is receiving treatments. The Commission praised for the repose of the soul of the deceased police officer and the speedy recovery of the injured, Inec concluded. To the next story. An inspector of police, Matthew Amen, who is a colleague of Drambi Vandy, who allegedly killed female lawyer Bolanle Rohim, told a Lagos State High Court sitting at the Tafawa Balewa Square on Monday that they were conducting a stop and search when the incident happened. He said Vandy, who was the leader of their team, was behind while he was in the middle and another colleague, Inspector Dimini, was in the front. Amin, was first prosecution witness, said When Dominic saw a car coming, he flagged it down, but the car didn't stop. And when the car got to where he was standing, he also flagged the car down, but the car didn't stop as well. He said, the next thing I heard was a gunshot, and I looked back to see what was happening, and I saw that a woman and a windscreen was falling. The next thing I saw again was a dark woman who jumped down from the vehicle, and I heard her saying, "Oga, you have killed my sister," said the woman. The woman held him, and before I and Dominic could get to them, they had entered the car, locked it, and left. Earlier, Vandy was arraigned on one count of murder before Justice Ibirunke Harrison. The trial of the suspended Assistant Superintendent of Police commenced on Monday after he pleaded not guilty for the murder of Rahim. After the charge sheet was read to him, Vandy pleaded not guilty to the murder charge. Information report that Rahim was allegedly shot dead by Vandy in the Aja area of Lagos on Christmas Day. To the foreign story. The World Health Organization has recommended the use of face masks by the public in specific locations. The WHO issued an update giving the current spread of COVID-19 globally. The agency notes that masks are recommended following recent exposure to COVID-19 when someone has or suspects that they have COVID-19, when someone is at high risk of severe COVID-19, and for anyone in a crowded, enclosed, or poorly ventilated space. The information report that 42 new cases of COVID-19 were confirmed from December 31st, 2022 to January 13th, 2023. So far, Nigeria has recorded a number of confirmed cases and 3,115 deaths, and cases have been discharged across 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. As of January 13th, there have been a series of number of cases included concerning COVID-19, including 6,700 reported to WHO. In a new release by the WHO, it said, previously, the WHO recommendations were based on the epidemiological situation. Concluding part of the world news is a sports story. Arsenal goalkeeper Arthur Okonkwo has joined SK Storm Grass on loan for the rest of the season. Arsenal confirmed this in a statement via its website on Monday. Okonkwo was recalled from his loan at Crewe Alexandra before joining SK Storm Grass. Arsenal's statement read in part, Arthur Okonkwo has been recalled from his loan at Crewe Alexandra and has joined SK Storm Grass on loan for the remainder of the season. The deal is subject to the completion of regulatory processes. Okonkwo 21 has already made 26 appearances in all competitions for Crewe Alexandra this season. That ends the world news from BGI TV this hour. Before we go, some major headlines. No more coup in Nigeria, Defense Chief Irabo. Remembrance Day, bandit made education backward in Zamfara, says the governor, Matawali. DSS quietly declared Emefiele wanted, Femi Falana. And finally, on sports, Arsenal confirmed deal for Okonkwo. For more updates on our YouTube handle, the handle is Gbagede Imo TV. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. Select option all to access our broadcast. On Facebook, Gbagede Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. On Instagram, Gbagede Imo _22. For advert placement of your goods and services, coverage of events and functions, please dial the phone number streaming on your screen for advert placements only. Thank you for watching. I am Morire Rebila Lawal. Have a wonderful evening.
Oh, na, na, na. If you want to know what's going on in city, or you want to listen to the latest news and gist, no stress, oh, just into BGI TV. BGI TV, you're one in a million.